just kind of throw myself out there. I also did an exhibition at the Greenpoint Gallery in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So that's where I started picking up painting in, because I hadn't done that for a long time.
Right.
And I wasn't like classically trained in painting. I'm pretty much self-taught in painting.
Right.
So I started painting again and just applied to put my stuff in an exhibition.
So that would have been your first exhibition?
Yeah.
Okay. So someone would have said to you or inspired you to say, well, okay, maybe I should step in with doing an exhibition, or did that just come? You thought that would be a way to get your name out there?
Yeah, it's just me. I'm quite self-determined person.
Right.
I can't say that I've really had many people or really pushing me to do art and design. They wanted me to be more sensible. But it's not something I do, it's something I am. If I'm not writing or creating something, I'm miserable.
Okay.
So I have to do it.
Yes.
So I've always been quite self-determined. So I just thought, I'm going to try and put my stuff in an art exhibition. I was also a model for a while. So I applied to different makeup artists and was a model for them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you tapped into modeling as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would be connected
Part of
to
the fashion. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful. So Greenpoint exhibition.
Right.
How did that turn out?
That was like a different artists that came together. So it wasn't a solo exhibition. It was like a bunch of different artists that came together.
So a collaboration.
Okay. Yeah. And then my mum got sick, so I was going back and forth between New York and England and Florida. So it's kind of in limbo for a long time.
Yes.
And then I came back to Florida and kind of settled down when I had my children.
Right.
And started writing again. Yeah.
So you realized that a bit of fast forwarding went by there with children.
Yeah.
So you came to the US and then you started to make your way as an artist, getting out there.
Yeah.
And at some point the children would be coming in, or they happened in the UK before you moved to the US, or
no, on a trip to the UK I found out I was pregnant. And then I came back here and had my daughter, and I've been here, just settled in Florida since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the kids came in, but you're still on, your artistic, journey.
Right.
Now, writing is still taking place, and at some point you're gonna have a book.
Yeah. So I think one of my issues has been kind of thinking, what is my one thing?
Right.
A lot of artistic people have lots of things they're good at,
yes.
I find. And I've always struggled thinking, okay, what's my one thing that I want to be like expert in, or that I love the most? And I realized that writing has been the one thing that's always been there consistently, whether I've been sharing it or just journaling, writing poems or songs or short stories. It's always been something there in the background. So I decided to just focus on that, and I was determined I'm going to put a book out, even if it's just a small thing, a collection of poems, and that's how my book came along.
So before we step into that book, I know you would have done some art for Greenpoint, and you would have been traveling with that. You kept your art, all of your works, and you'll be traveling with those, and you'll be, I guess, building on what you did at this exhibition, creating more art at some point.
Creating more art, but I didn't do another exhibition. Haven't done another exhibition because I've been focusing more on my writing. Right.
So, and of course, the
my children, I mean, they take up a lot of time.
That's like a major art piece by itself. You have to deal with that. So, what's happening for you to now create this book that's coming in? What kind of title are you inspired by? Anything for you to now create a title for this book?
What was the inspiration for it?
Yeah, what was the inspiration for that?
Okay, so I created this book during COVID.
Okay,
it was a very how can I put this? grief-stricken, tumultuous time for me because my mother actually died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so I think just the whole feelings of like different traumas that have happened in my life,
Right.
and that I've met other women that have been through the same kind of things. I realized a lot of my poems were about that,
Right.
and then also about spirituality. So I kind of wanted to put the two together.
Right.
So the book is about a woman's healing journey of how she's experienced these different types of trauma, how it's affected her self-image and her perception of her body, and then kind of finding some kind of solace with nature,
Right.
and communion with God.
Right. Right.
It's not
right.
a Christian book, I would say. It's
Right,
not Christian. It's more metaphysical, about spirituality and just connection with like your higher self.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, folks, the good news is, watch this. You see that? And this is on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Okay, beautiful. So we'll have all of the information where you could find this book. Beautiful. And you did all of the
I put it together, so it's
graphic,
independent.
the fonts and
It's
everything.
independently published. I decided I wanted to start my own publishing company so that I can publish under that what other books come in the future, because I would love to do art books too,
Right.
not just poetry.
Okay.
So my publishing company is called Blue Horn Publishing, and
Blue Horn Publishing.
that name kind of came about, is symbolic because in spiritual, in kind of like the new age spiritual sphere, the color blue is to represent communication with
Okay.
the chakra.
Right.
And also I was thinking of like the deepness of the ocean and the sky.
Yes.
And then the
Yes.
horn is to represent like the ram's horn. In like ancient African culture, they would have a ram's horn to communicate with each other. So that's where that kind of name came from.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So Blue Horn Publishing.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to get your book published, I mean, are you for hire? I mean, are you going to have people call
Probably
you up
down
and help them
down the line.
self-publish?
Yeah, I would love to do that down the line. I mean, right now I'm focusing on my own stuff, but
Right, right.
I think I would, that's definitely something that I'm considering in the future.
So we'll at some point get your email address.
Yeah, and you can go to my website. It's CheroneBellinfantie.com. You can contact me on there
Okay.
as well.
So we will also post that in the description. You will see it rolling across there, to make sure you check out her website. And if they want to communicate with you via email, on your website,
On the
you have
website, yeah, the
information there.
contact information is on there. Hmm.
So this book you self-published,
Yeah.
and when did you do this? Did this take place? You said around
I
COVID
published
time,
it, in 2022.
2022.
So I just wanted to do it quickly before, because I was pregnant at the time too. So
Right.
I just wanted to, because I knew I was going to be like, overwhelmed with a new baby and then my daughter. So I just wanted to get it out there before I had the child.
Yes.
So.